It amazes us how often a business owner will start discussions about a sale of their company with a single buyer without an investment banker. Maybe this potential buyer approached the business owner by phone, email, or they met in the airport. What if they caught him on a bad day, or even on a day when something traumatic happened, like a health scare? Whatever the reason, don't let one moment of putting your guard down cost you millions of dollars. Believe us, a buyer will approach the process entirely differently if he suspects there are multiple parties interested versus only his company. As a business owner, the worst thing you can do is only talk to one buyer. An isolated seller is a vulnerable seller. Why, you ask? Let's talk about 3 of the most common reasons. The potential buyer has no reason to put their best foot forward. Without the threat of anyone else coming in to beat their bid for your business, there is no reason for a buyer to pay you top dollar or give you great terms and conditions. If there is no element of competition in the conversation with a potential buyer, you lose all of your negotiating leverage. Watch for these situations and look for these warning signs. A buyer asking for a casual conversation, telling you advisors are unnecessary. The buyer discouraging you from contacting your advisors. A buyer casually throwing out a too good to be true valuation. Your advisors and investment bankers are there to protect you with advice and experience. As part of a sale, an investment banker will run a competitive process with multiple parties. Bringing multiple interested buyers to the table at the same time keeps everyone honest and ensures that they are being as aggressive on valuation and terms and conditions as they possibly can. You will be more casual about valuation, and so will they. Buyers have just one goal: purchase your business for the absolute lowest price. Your goal, at least one of them, is probably to get the highest price possible. Many conversations with a buyer start with a number that knocks your socks off, or at least gets you thinking about that vacation home. Even if the number they promise you sounds great, how do you know this is the right number? You won't know until you run a competitive process with an investment banker. Oftentimes, a buyer goes to close a transaction with an unrepresented seller and drops the purchase price by a substantial amount just beforehand. When it does, how will you react? Many people say, well, I'm already this far and it's still a good price. Many people say, I don't want to start all over again. Almost no one is prepared to walk away. Protect yourself from this unfortunate situation. Make sure your investment banker is involved through every potential buyer interaction. You don't know what the marketplace will yield. There are no hard and fast valuation rules to follow when it comes to describing what a business is worth. That's where the investment banking process comes in. Too many times, business owners say to themselves, businesses like mine trade for 3 to 4 times, and I'm getting an offer 8 times. This is great. You're an expert in your business, what you sell, what your audience needs, and how to address future trends in your industry. We're experts in valuations. The fact is, you don't know what restated numbers will show. You probably don't know how valuations are trending, and you won't know until you run a process and create competition at tkomiller.com.